fuck out of bed, bitch. Go. Get up, and then they got go. Time to wake up, bitch. Get up.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the morning spread right here on the Betting News Network. Good afternoon to our East Coast folks. Mr. Betting the Pitch over there on the East Coast. It is noon Eastern, but it's still the morning here for me in the Central Time Zone. So welcome to the morning spread on the Betting News Network, episode 94 by my count. I'll have to check with my quants, make sure that number's accurate, but 94 episodes of the morning spread here on the Betting News Network. Myself, Nate Hornung, joined by Betting the Pitch here to give you guys all the moves on the World Cup semifinals that are happening today and tomorrow. Big one today as France takes on Spain down in Dallas, actually. This game in Jerry's World and in Arlington should be a fun one. But, Mr. BTP, we got to discuss what we saw this weekend in the other quarterfinal matchups. How are you doing? Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the show.
Good to be here. Missed you. Just excited about today's game. Should be an absolute banger of a match.
Yeah. Now, you and I were talking last week a little bit that this kind of felt like the real World Cup final. Are you still feeling that way? Or do you think England and Argentina could surprise some people?
So I've seen some references out there for NBA guys saying that or France are OKC. And then, England's like the Knicks coming in right now that no one's really, giving much credit to. I don't know. To me, I feel like the winner of this game can beat whoever comes from the other side. That's just my personal take, especially if it's France that gets through today. I just don't see a way that Argentina team can stop this attack. I don't see a way that this England team can stop this attack. So, yeah, for me, I think this the winner of this game goes on to win the World Cup.
Yep, that's kind of what I think as well. I'm not to totally count out England or Argentina, but I'm with you. I think these two playing today are clearly the two better squads, especially offensively. I'm with you. I don't see Argentina's back line slowing down France at all. To be honest with you, in England, I think if it gets into a shootout, I don't think they're going to keep up. So yeah, I'm with you. I kind of think this is whoever wins this is probably going to be the World Cup champion, but they'll still have one more match to win to do so. Forgot to mention, we have our lovely producer Sook in the shadows helping us out today. This is all brought to you by onlinecasinogames.com. Go there, use promo code BNX20 for $20 in free chips right away. We've got a very active chat already. We got David, Jeff, Ghost, Prince. Everybody's in there. KP's in there. Gang's all here, and they are looking for us to disrespect England, so we might have to get into that here in a little bit. But prior to the last time we spoke, actually, we saw 3 World Cup quarterfinal contests, actually, starting with that Spain and Belgium game. That Spain, really kind of played with their food for a little bit. Obviously, finally conceded a goal to the Belgians early in that or later in that first half. But eventually, Mikel Merino, the hero again for Spain, coming on late, finding the back of the net before the end of regulation. What are your takeaways there? I mean, did Belgium, were they just playing out of their shoes, and this competition was too much for them?
I mean, I know we'll talk about the match today with Spain and France, but ultimately, again, Spain had to be bailed out by a 90-minute Merino goal here, and both goals for Spain were just rebounds, essentially. Yep. So, I mean, again, they just don't look dangerous in attack to me, in my opinion, against a Belgium team that they probably should have steamrolled, but again, had to be bailed out in injury time. They dominated the game. 70% possession. 1.96 XG to 0.34. It took an absolute perfect cross and a beautiful header for Belgium to finally beat Spain. But yeah, just not impressed again. Just another team, similar to Argentina, just doing enough to get by.
Yes, exactly. And it begs the question, are they are they just getting lucky and are they just squeaking by, or are they good enough to dig themselves out of whatever situation they put themselves in? And, you can decide for yourself which one it is, but we still haven't seen the best of the best from the Spanish team. And that's what is stuck in the back of my mind. I know how good France is, obviously, but as we've talked about, Spain hasn't really reached their ceiling. So they're going to need to today, especially offensively, if they want to compete with this French side. But yeah, I'm with you. Haven't been overly impressive this entire tournament. And once again, getting a result against Belgium in the last moments of the match, moving on, but which is the name of the game. Survive in advance, but not quite doing enough to really wow us, and we'll see if it's enough against France. But how about that Norway and England game down in Miami, brutally hot, and I mean the talking point is definitely the disallowed goal from Norway on that corner. Any thoughts there? Did you think Holland got away with or did you think Holland didn't foul him? Do you think the push was warranted? What do you think there?
Man, there were so many questionable calls and missed calls in this game. I mean, that one obviously being called back. I'm a hockey guy, so for me, that was soft. I mean, let the boys play. They're all pushing and shoving and battling in the box. Mm-hmm. It didn't seem like it was like this thing where he picked them up and threw them across the field. I mean, they're both just tangling up and, fighting for position on the ball. Then you got, Sorloth not passing to Holland on the 2-on-1. And then you got the ball hitting the wire before halftime.
Yes, right. On England's goal.
Yeah, on England's goal not being looked at. I mean, just so much that went England's way. Again, another team just doing enough to get by. They needed the man Jude to bail them out again. Where would this England team be without Jude? So it's just another team that just really has not impressed me enough. So, yeah, I mean, that game was just wild. I feel like Norway really let it get away. I feel like that, no goal call definitely was a little soft. And then, Sorloth not passing to Holland there and being just selfish was just not the right decision.
Right. And I mean, do you think that was Sorloth with his veteran presence, just I'm not going to pass to the younger guy here? What do you think it was a bit of an ego thing, or because did he?
Man, I don't know. He had to have seen him,
right?
And I'm sure Holland was yelling at him. I mean, it was just them two. I mean, Holland's pointing to the spot on where to put it for him. Mm-hmm. So it's I find it hard to believe that there was any sort of excuse where he didn't see him or hear him. Mm-hmm. I mean, maybe he just thought that, he wanted his moment, I guess. But it ended up costing them in the end.
Yeah, because I mean, it was a 1-0 ball game right there. That could have made it 2-0, sucked the life out of England, and instead England goes the other way after the ball hits the cable. Which again, how do you not bring in VAR for that? Right.
Well, apparently, so this is where I mean, we've talked about it so much, and we're just beating a dead horse at this point. I mean, it's just so inconsistent. They call, they didn't hit the cable because it didn't ping. The chip in the ball didn't ping, whatever. But it pings on, in the Croatia game on the hair of the guy. It just doesn't make sense to me how this works, or because I mean, if you're watching the video, it looks pretty clear. It hits something up there.
Anyone with eyeballs could tell that ball hit something and came down.
Right. So if there are chips in these balls and it's pinging and things like that, I mean, you got to think that it would have read it. But apparently that's why they didn't. VAR looked at it quick. They looked at the chip in the ball. It didn't ping, so they just didn't even bother looking at it, which is crazy to me, because again, it shifted the outcome of the match. 100%. Instead of Norway going in, leading 1-0, then it's tied 1-1, and it's a totally different game. So
England has all the momentum going into the locker room. Norway's on their heels now, so and I mean, the cables are obviously, they're plenty high up there. You don't ever expect a ball to get up there and hit something, but it clearly did. Anyone, again, with eyes seeing that replay saw it hit something. It impacted the flight of the ball. You can see the Norway guy almost stumble when he saw it happen. Like, oh, it's going to be way in front of me.
Right.
So, I mean, that seems like the definition of when you need to bring in VAR, right? And
again, I was a little, I think I was a little shocked too that like Norway didn't fight it more, right? Like it seemed like they didn't really make a huge deal about it. Which was kind of odd to me. Like I would have expected the coach or I just didn't see any of these highlights or anything like that. But I would expect like the coach and Holland and everyone to be in the ref's face and like, you need to go look at this.
Exactly. And so I don't even know what the rule would be if it hits a KB.
It said that if it would have been a dead ball, I believe. Okay. So yeah, it would have been. I think it would have been a drop ball from that spot or whatever, or a re-kick. I can't remember. Yeah, one of the two. But there was a rule in place for if it did hit something, and interrupt the flight of the ball.
Right, which it very clearly did. And yes, Jeff, if you didn't see a thing, you either didn't see the replay, or you're just blissfully ignorant. Which I'm jealous of you if that's the case, man. But yeah. So, you should see that. You should obviously take the English goal away, drop the ball from that spot, and just go from there. And, that completely changed the impact of the game right after Saloth failed to pass to Holland, and we end up with a 1-1 game going into halftime. England never looked back after that. So,
Nope. Wow. Yep. It was just definitely some missed opportunities for Norway there and some missed calls that did not go their way.
Maybe the lack of Norway reaction. Maybe Jeff, you kind of have an argument there. I'll give you that, but maybe they just didn't get a good look at it either. But I think that clearly hit something, resulted in an England goal, and we know how that ended up, 2-1 England. So, congrats to the English for moving on. Norway, Erling Haaland going back home. But did you see what he brought home with him? Stuffed raccoon.
Yeah, was that is it like alcohol or something with that?
Yes, from some like whiskey distillery down there in Dallas. But it's like a bottle of whiskey.
Plane with like a bottle of whiskey and a raccoon.
Right. Just carrying a raccoon off the home. So
oh my god, dude, he's the man. Like we talked about it before. Like he's funny. He doesn't even need to try. Like he's just naturally funny. It's hilarious.
And he didn't even think of anything of it. He's just like, I want that in my house. I'm bringing that home with me. Right? Didn't think it turned into an internet bit, but
sure. What are you bringing into the country from customs?
Yeah, exactly. Taxidermied raccoon, no big deal, right? We don't have any of those in Norway. Might be the only one. All right, well, there's one more quarterfinal, Argentina and Switzerland. And I got to tip my cap to the Swiss because they played a lot tougher than I thought it was going to be. Obviously forcing extra time. They found the back of the net, which I didn't expect to happen. And Argentina did Argentina things in extra time. Again, absolute banger from Julian Alvarez to score the eventual winner. Martinez finally found the back of the net as well to kind of put the nail in the coffin there. But again, haven't been overly impressed with this Argentinian side. It definitely doesn't have much faith going forward, especially when you look at their quote unquote Mickey Mouse route to the semifinals here. They have not played a top 15 team yet in the world. Now they got to play the world number 4 in England. I mean, yes, they won that game against the Swiss, but I mean, did you see anything that gave you extra confidence going into that match?
Not at all. No. I mean, if it wasn't for the red card, I think the Swiss would have won that game. Truthfully, they had all the momentum. They were dominating possession. They were all over Argentina until that red card. Mm-hmm. I mean, and missing their best player in Menzabi. I mean, imagine if he was on the pitch, how much better they would have been. I mean, but yeah, I mean, Embolo was just so stupid, and I've talked to, I didn't play soccer. So, I don't know maybe what he was thinking. I've talked to a couple of friends that did play the game, and just to kind of put themselves in his shoes. They were saying maybe he was, kind of anticipating the tackle and, just going down before he was being touched, anticipating the tackle, maybe trying to avoid an injury or something. Just trying to, make it. I don't know. For me, watching that, it's like, buddy, you're already on a yellow card.
Yes.
You know, I mean, you got to be smart here. That is that's an immature play. That's an immature dive. You lost it for your team, because after that, I mean, it was all Argentina.
Yeah.
I mean, even after that, they still weren't really finding much. It took an absolute dream goal from Julian Alvarez to get them, you know, to find that second one. And then it just opened things up, and the Swiss were just vulnerable to the counter, and it was over after that. But yeah, I mean, truthfully, up until that red card, I thought the Swiss were going to take it. I mean, they looked better. They looked more hungrier. They looked stronger on the ball. And yeah, this Argentina team just has not been impressive to me at all.
Right. And I mean, you said the Swiss looked good, and they obviously came in with a game plan, probably the similar game plan to Colombia of, hey, we're just going to keep this scoreless. We're going to take this 120 minutes 0-0, go to a PK shootout. That game plan out the window when Argentina scores, 9 minutes into the match, I think.
Yeah.
So then they had to go on the offensive, even without Manzambi, and they played great. Like you said, they found the back of the net, they forced extra time, and that kind of red card was the difference maker. And unfortunately, I'm with you, and I'm with Jeff. And you know, you can't be diving like that on a yellow. You got to be smarter. It was, you know, the VAR did a good job there. We've done a lot of talk shitting on VAR.
I know it is tough too. Yeah, they did get it right, but it's tough because, like, I know the announcers were even talking about it too. Like, obviously the Argentina player did not deserve a yellow card there, so they made the right call, changing that, overturning that. On the other hand, it's like, man, that is so tough to like go back and give Embolo a yellow card, a second yellow card, you know, and then just completely change the game, you know, because it was just, I understand the call. I understand, you know, it was the right decision at the end of the day, but man, it was just so tough. Like, just totally changed, obviously, the outcome of that match 100%.
Yep, no doubt about it. Yeah. I mean, yeah, the VAR got it right. You needed to take away that yellow card from Paredes. The rule is you're going to have to give a yellow to Embolo, and unfortunately it was his second. So, issue is they need to give all the players yellows for diving. Inconsistent. Yeah, I mean, it's still fairly inconsistent, unfortunately. That one they got right. I mean, I don't know. It's tough. You don't want to see that impact the game.
You don't. And I mean, diving has been part of soccer for so long. You know, it's a lot of reasons why people don't like watching the game, you know, and it's some of the reasons why, you know, people, you know, the game gets so much hate is because it's like, you know, we all see those memes and the videos of them mocking someone where like they come by and they poke you and then they're rolling down the hill and, you know, like they were just murdered or something. So yeah, it was the right call, but it was really sad to see. Like, I'm gutted for Swiss and Embolo. Just, you know, they were playing so well. I mean, it really was shaping up to be an entertaining extra time, most likely, maybe even getting into penalties type match. So,
but Argentina moves on with a 3-1 victory, and now we get the best of the best in the World Cup semifinals. Right, we're left with the top 4 teams in the world, which is all we could hope for. I mean, I think I said it yesterday on my show. If you told me pre-tournament that this was going to be the semifinals, I would have signed up for that. Absolutely, 100%. Just because, you know, top 4 teams in the world going for the World Cup, which is all we could hope for. So setting up for a really good semifinals, one today and one tomorrow. LeBron and flopping. I think it predates LeBron even.
He perfected it. How about that, Jeff?
Yeah, he perfected it. Absolutely. There we go. And then SGA just took it to the next level and wrote his own book. Suck down there reacted to that one. I like it. All right. Well, we do have to get into today's semifinal match, but before we do that, let's have a little bit of fun. Let's do some Geosports. And, you know, no pressure, but SPJ and I got $9.99 yesterday. $9.99. We barely missed out on Augusta. We were like 15 miles off from Augusta. Georgia needed to be in the 10-mile range. So we'll try and redeem ourselves today. See how
we can do.
Here we go. The NFL's smallest market team played 2 to 3 home games a year from 1933 to 1994 in this nearby city to boost revenue. Smallest market team.
So what's a small market team in the NFL?
And they played home games in a nearby city for 60 years. Wow. Well, small market team.
I don't know. The first one that comes to mind is Oakland.
Okay. Ooh.
Like I don't know. That's like the first team that came to my mind was the Raiders.
I don't hate that because they played in the baseball stadium.
Right.
Is it the Bills and the Six? Did the Bills ever play in Toronto? No way. She looks shaking his head. Yes.
No, did they? I'm trying to think. But they're not a small market team. Are the Bills a small market team? I guess. I mean, maybe they were back then.
Yeah, I guess back then. SVJ saying Cardinals. I really have no idea.
Yeah, this is a good question.
I mean, it's the smallest market. It's not a small market. It is the smallest market. Bills did play in Toronto. Green Bay playing in Madison. I doubt it. Green Bay's always had to play in Lambeau. Could be the Titans. Wow. I don't even know. Titans played in Houston, but not wow.
What year was it? The Jags? I mean, I'm just trying to think of smaller market teams. The Jags, Oakland, those are I don't know, those are teams that came to mind.
They were based in Houston, yeah, but I don't think that's the question. It's acting like they played 2 to 3 home games a year in a different city. Beast McNeese is saying Milwaukee. Green Bay? Did Green Bay play in Milwaukee?
I'm trying. What year is this saying again?
1933 to 1994. So it's one of the oldest teams.
I mean, which would be Green Bay. I would not know this one.
This is a great question because, I mean, us and chat are just, we don't have a clue.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for Papa Shags to chime in because this seems like it'd be up his alley, but they have a ticket package now that's called the Milwaukee package, so those fans can come watch. All right, well, that kind of sounds like it's Green Bay, but I just can't imagine Green Bay playing anywhere other than Lambeau.
I know.
And it's wanting this nearby city, so I'm reading that as the answer would be Milwaukee. Bears wins. They play in Champaign? David Google it.
I mean, it sounds like Chad's heavy on the Packers and Green Bay.
Right.
So
right, let's roll with that then. We'll go with the Packers, who maybe played in Milwaukee. There it is.
Wow.
I would
That's my
not
team too, and I did not know that.
I was on the phone, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Drip just coming in with the answer right at the end. I love it. Beast McNeese, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. The Packers split their home games with Milwaukee from 1933 all the way to 94, mostly at County Stadium to draw bigger crowds and revenue. The arrangement helped the NFL's smallest market team survive.
Wow.
There you have it.
Good to know. Now you know.
Now, yeah, I would not have known. That's for sure. All right. A 1969 MLB expansion team went bankrupt after one season. They later became the Brewers, but they first played here. It's another one where I just don't have a clue.
So they were the Brewers.
They became the Brewers after they went bankrupt. Any idea?
I think it was Seattle. Wasn't there a Seattle?
Could be. Drip says Seattle. You're on it. I'm trusting Drip with my life. A 1969 MLB expansion team went bankrupt after one season, later became the Brewers, but they first played here. Seattle. Nailed it.
Okay.
Nailed it. I wasn't
Okay.
far north enough. Damn it.
God damn it.
That's on me. That's on me, folks. You nailed it, though. Seattle. The Seattle Pilots
All right.
played a single MLB season in 69 before going bankrupt. They got bought out in bankruptcy court and moved it to Milwaukee, where they became the Brewers in 1970. I love Pike Place Market. Sook. That's right up your alley. All right, 3 more questions, folks. Let's see how we do. In 2015, Frank Kaminsky's Wisconsin ended Kentucky's 38-0 season with a 71-64 Final Four win at this converted NFL stadium.
College sports, not me.
I was going to say 2015 Final Four. Converted NFL stadium. Is this Houston?
It's got to be a dome, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I was also kind of thinking Indianapolis, SPJ.
Ooh, Lucas Oil? That sounds.
Yeah, this is sounding like Indianapolis.
That sounds kind of right.
I'll take it. I like that better than Houston.
Drip missed the
AD?
question.
I think it's Indy over like Phoenix. I'm gonna lock in Indy. I like the Indy answer.
Sook says no.
Sook doesn't know college sports. Lucas Oil in Indianapolis, home of the NFL's Colts. Wisconsin stunned unbeaten Kentucky 71-64 in the 2015 Final Four. Kaminsky's 20 points ended the Wildcats' 38-0 season.
Good shout, SPJ. Good
I
shout.
thought this was the aircraft carrier game. No, this is not the aircraft carrier game. Different matchup. Different matchup. Would have steered us way wrong. But that's okay. Still on the board. God, another perfect score. We're gonna get 999 again, aren't we? Here we go. Packers. In 2022, the Packers played their first international game at the only purpose-built NFL stadium outside the U.S. here.
The only one that's coming to mind is Brazil, but I don't think that's right.
I was thinking Brazil as well. Because they played, that's where they played the Eagles last year, wasn't it? Was that one in Brazil?
Yeah, I don't know why that's why.
Is it Munich? David says Brazil. I don't think this is Mexico City. That's when Love got hurt. So that was Brazil then.
Yeah, that was Brazil.
And wasn't that Sao Paulo as opposed to Rio? Not like it's gonna help us, but
wait, was that year though? I feel like Brazil was like before 2020 or after 2022.
Okay, so he got hurt in Brazil.
Yeah, no, that was before. No, this is before that. This is before that.
All right, Drip. I think you're a Packers guy. 2022, Packers played their first international game at the only purpose-built NFL stadium outside the U.S.
It was oh, I know.
You're so right, SBJ. I do remember that. V disappeared because Jordan
was it at Hotspur? Was it at Spurs?
Ooh, but it's a purpose-built NFL stadium though.
I think that was. I think it's Tottenham.
Okay. All right. Tottenham's London.
Yeah, because it wasn't Brazil. Brazil was
24. Yeah. Brazil was 24. Yeah, I remember it vividly now after this comment. That was definitely the Brazil Friday night.
Yeah. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
North London. That sound good to everybody?
I think that's it.
Close enough. Let's lock it in.
Oh, we're close.
Close enough for
Okay.
100%. Tottenham. Arsenal could never host a good event. Packers made their international debut October 9th, 2022. Lost 27-22 to the Giants at London's Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, the first arena purpose-built for the NFL outside the U.S. Yeah,
Drip,
get him,
I used to
SPJ.
like you too.
Packers are trash. My bad, Drip. My bad. I won't ever say that again. Don't you worry.
I used to really like you, Drip. Really used to like you.
The last time the Bucks had the number 1 overall pick back in 2005, they took a 7-footer from this city. So come up and say it with your chest, brother. Come up and say it with your chest. I know you have the answer down there.
It's wherever Andrew Bogut's from.
Okay, Bogut.
In
All
Australia.
right. That's what I thought. I was thinking Bogut. Melbourne. This is SPJ. Should probably help myself get there. Melbourne. That was down here, wasn't it? I want to say it's like, is it that guy? All right, Melbourne and Perth are very different places in Australia. Perth is way over here. Perth is West Australia. I'm pretty sure we found Melbourne down here. All right, go Melbourne. Is this Melbourne, though? Or is it? It's not one of like those two, is it? I don't think so.
Take your time. Take your time. Lock it in.
We found it for an ATP question a while ago. Melbourne is the bay. So this bay is what we're seeing. Sydney's like, I think that's Sydney. They're not like that close. All right, I'm getting yeses from chat. We're gonna lock that in.
All right.
That'll do.
Bing bong.
That'll do. Another 99,996. We'll take it.
Damn.
It is closer than Perth. Yes, it's closer than Perth. Agreed. In 2005, the Bucks used the number 1 overall pick on Andrew Bogut. Thank you, Sook. 7-foot center from Melbourne and the first Australian taken first overall. It's still the last time Milwaukee has picked first. There we have it, folks. That's a good board.
We take
That's
it.
a good board. We are absolutely going to take that. 996 rounded up to a 97. Absolutely taking that. That's why all Aussies cook the Bucks. Is that why? Here we go. This is the comment of the century. Sook contributed.
Oh, boy.
Sook contributed. He helped us get there. Let's go. Shout out to Sook. Oh, love that. All right. Well, that was some fun. Some Geosports as always. Shout out Frank Mike Smith. Check out the Geosports, the Geo Footy, the Geo History. They got it all on Play Geo Games. So check them out. Great games that you guys obviously know because we play them every single day here on the channel. But we've got some soccer to discuss as we have a World Cup semifinal happening in 2.5 hours. Kicking off here shortly, 3 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock Central. Let's talk about that first. I mean, why are we having this game in the middle of the workday, in the middle of the week? Well, I mean,
you know why.
Yes,
we gotta accommodate. We gotta accommodate the Brits. You know,
of course we do. But they didn't accommodate us when it was in Qatar.
I know.
I mean,
you're preaching to the choir. You're preaching to the choir. I know. I'm not happy about it either. Because if I was just a casual person with a 9 to 5, I would be pissed off.
Yes,
that I'd be missing this game.
Exactly, and I can't think of another World Cup where they didn't have the matches at like prime time local time. You know what I mean? Like this almost seems like it's only doing it this year. So
right,
whatever. I don't know.
And that's the thing. It's like, you know, I don't think Qatar really gave 2 shits about us when they were scheduling the games, you know. So it's like, you know, why aren't we putting this on prime time? You know, it's in a dome. It should be like almost like Sunday night football kind of thing, you know. I mean, make it a spectacular that it is.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you. But Whatever. We'll get some afternoon footy on our screens both today and tomorrow. The third place game on Saturday, actually at 4:00 Central, 5:00 Eastern, so somewhat closer to prime time. But then the final next Sunday, 2:00 Central, 3:00 Eastern again. So it is what it is. Semifinals, though, middle of the workday for most folks. Hope you'll be able to watch anyways, even if the boss is watching with you.
That's a good boss right there. Letting you watch.
Yeah, absolutely. I just let my boss know that, hey, I'm not going to be doing any work. I'm going to be watching this game. So SPJ, take notes. But France and Spain, both teams going head to head today. France a slight favorite, but still plus money on that 90-minute money line, plus 140. Total sitting at the 2.5. What are your thoughts on this match? I know we're both kind of leaning with the French side here. Have you pressed that button or not?
Yeah, so Drip obviously read my article because those are my 2 article plays.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So those are my 2 article plays that I gave out this morning. You could check that over on BNN. What I'm on for the game, I like the France team total over 1.5.
Okay.
I played it when the line came out at plus 130. I mean, to me, that was just too good of a number to pass on. I still am just I understand all the hype on Spain's defense. They've been so good this tournament. They've only conceded 1 goal, yada yada yada. But I mean, their route here, they haven't played anyone close to the talent that France is. I mean, Cape Verde 0-0. They scored 4 against Saudi Arabia. Whoop-de-doo. They squeaked it out against a incompetent Uruguay side. They beat up on a weak Austria side. They barely beat Portugal, and everyone was saying how, bad Portugal is with Ronaldo and Spain was going to, it took, a Moreno goal at the end there to find a winner. And then they barely beat Belgium, another team that, they should have just rolled over and dominated. And I don't think people are talking enough about how dominant the French were against Morocco. I mean, they just that is a dominant performance. Like, that is where you go and you exert your dominance and you beat a very good team. I mean, 3.69 XG against Morocco versus Morocco's 0.14. I mean, it was just complete dominance. And I haven't seen that from Spain. And now they have to go up against Olise, Mbappe, Dembele, Doué. I mean, Tchouaméni is supposed to be back and healthy. I mean, just, and everyone's talking about, obviously, the last head-to-head matchup in, I believe it was the Euros or Nations League. But, the France backline is completely different. They didn't have Saliba in that match. Okay. Obviously, Spain were missing some guys as well. They didn't have Rodri and Karbasi and whatever. But it's just, for me, this French attack is just clicking right now. They're gelling at the right time. They're playing in complete form coming into this game. And I just don't know a team that is going to be able to slow them down.
I think if anyone's capable of slowing him down, it is this Spanish side, just with the way their back line's playing. I hope they slow them down at least a little bit, because I took the under 2.5 here in this 90-minute game. Under 2.5, got minus 105 for it. Just thinking that Spain should know they're outmatched offensively, right? The offense has not lived up to the hype. The French is clearly clicking on all cylinders. They've netted 13 goals, I think, through their matches, 2.67 per game. The offense is fine, right? But the Spanish back line has been their strongest part of this team. So you just got to keep that ball away from Mbappe, right? And Spain is very, very good at possessing the ball and being patient. And I think that's what they're going to need to do in this match, again, to keep the ball away from the French offensively. Don't let them have the opportunity to create 3, 4, 5, whatever chances early on in this match. The last thing Spain wants to do is concede an early goal. They have not played from behind in this tournament yet. They've been playing from, an even match late in it, but haven't been playing from behind, which could add some urgency that they probably just don't want to get to. I think Spain is going to possess the ball. I think they're going to try and lull the French to sleep here and really just keep the ball away from them, spend 5 to 10 minutes on each buildup, because if you just attack, you miss the goal, you give the ball right back to France and Mbappe, right? But if you can chew some clock, tire out their legs, force them to run around and play a little bit of defense, I think that helps you both on both ends of the pitch, offensively and defensively. So you try and tire out Mbappe's legs, keep the ball away from him, gives you a better shot at winning this match, which I think is going to end up being low scoring. I could see a 1-1 draw. I could see a 1-0 either way, probably leaning more towards the French side. But as far as a side goes for me, I don't really care. I have both these teams at 5-1 to win the World Cup. So doesn't really matter to me, leaning a little bit more towards the French side here, but under 2.5 is my bet in this game. I also took the first half draw at plus 110 as well. Part of me thinks it is going to be scoreless. That's probably my best option at getting a scoreless draw, or at getting this first half draw, is if it is scoreless. But again, thinking that Spain will take that ball, possess it for as long as possible, just playing keep away from the French, leaning into their defense being the best part of this team so far. So I like the under. I got the first half draw as well, but I do think the French are too good to stop at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I just went back and looked at the last two Spain matches.
Mm-hmm.
Those two center backs were not very good. And I have given Pau Cubarsí his flowers. He's been great. I mean, he's still a kid, though. And this is going to be the biggest game that he will ever play.
Mm-hmm.
Both center backs are on yellow cards, Laporte and Cubarsí. I don't know if that factors into if they get a yellow, they'll miss the final. I can't remember if it resets or not, or when it resets. But if that is a factor, because I noticed that the other day that they're both on yellow cards from the Belgium game.
Okay, interesting.
And against Portugal, they were, I mean, that's kind of where Portugal, if they did get any sort of attack, were going against those two center backs, and were any sort of success that they did have, that's where they found success. And the same for Belgium. I mean, they were just attacking those two center backs. Now you have Mbappe and Dembele and Olise and Doué all going, I mean, it's just, I just don't think those two guys are going to have a match. They're going to have a flawless match here. Mm-hmm. But the last two games I've seen from them, just, I don't know, something's clicked to me where I just feel like they're going to struggle. They're going to struggle against this French attack going right through the middle of that back line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could see that happening too, because we know how good this French attack is. So I did look up. It looks like yellow cards were wiped out prior to the semifinals. So no one is going to miss the final because of yellow card accumulation. They could miss it because of a red card. That's still in play. But no, those guys are safe from picking up a yellow and missing the final.
Okay.
Don't have to worry about that. But do have to worry about this French attack, like you said, because they are just so good. And that's a good point, bringing up Cubarsí's age, because, I mean, as good as he is, he's obviously a professional footballer. He's played for Barcelona now plenty, but first World Cup facing the best offense ever, really, maybe the best offense assembled in soccer history, to be honest with you. And he's only 19, so maybe the nerves do get to him a little bit, and unfortunately, one little mistake could end up costing them the game, because France is definitely going to capitalize if they get those opportunities.
Yeah, and I just don't think that Laporte looked good against Portugal. He didn't look good against Portugal. He didn't look good against Belgium, and again, like, this is by far the best attack, obviously in the tournament, but also that Spain will have seen by a country mile in this tournament. So, I feel like maybe I'm wrong. I mean, maybe I'm just completely overhyping the French, but from what I've seen in their matches compared to what I've seen in, Spain's matches, Argentina's matches, England's matches, I mean, the French just dominate. I mean, they eventually, obviously, the first half against Senegal was kind of like back and forth. But then once they found that goal, I mean, it was just like floodgates open. They were clicking, and they just have not looked back. And they're still they're playing so well together. It's hard for me to think that any team is going to be able to slow them down.
Right. And you know, I'm still right there with you. I do think this Spanish team has the best option to do that. Whether they're capable, I don't know. But I mean, Spain's back line, you know, they're giving up just 0.17 goals per match. The expected goals is only at 0.33 as well. So I mean, the back line's been phenomenal. Obviously, just conceded to Belgium after 5 straight shutouts, but this French defense has been rock solid as well. 3 straight shutouts for them in the knockout rounds. And yeah, they've really been humming since, you know, taking a little bit to get going against Senegal. You know, then they, you know, beat up on Iraq, beat up on Norway's reserves. But then through the knockout rounds, they've just been running through everybody. So, I mean,
it's just and just Spain's attack just hasn't been good. I mean,
exactly.
yeah, Yamal, everyone wants to hype up Yamal. We love Yamal. Like he's going to be, you know, one of the best to ever play the game. And, you know, he's the future of soccer. We get it. But he has not been good this tournament. No. And if you say he has been, you're just a Barcelona fan or, you know, you just love Lamine Yamal. He just has not been good. You know, he has 1 goal this tournament. Orzabal has 4 goals this tournament, 2 against Austria and 2 against Saudi Arabia. 2 of the weaker sides. He hasn't done anything since then. Olmo, I think only has 1 goal this tournament. No, he's got 1 assist. He doesn't even have a goal. He's got 1 assist against Saudi Arabia. I mean, it's just there's no attack from the Spain team right now. And like, where is it going to come from? You know, we all know what Yamal wants to do. He wants to cut in on that left foot, and he wants to rip it from outside the box. I just don't think they're going to have success against the Spain backline. You know, and I think once France get 1, the match is just going to open up. And the French, that counterattack and that speed of Mbappe and Dembele and Doué down the wings is just going to be too much for them.
As a guy with an under ticket, I'm praying the first goal comes in the 70th minute or later.
Right. We at least need 2-0 France, all right?
Yeah, 2-0 France. 2-0 France. Both of them in the second half, please, after a first half draw. And that'll make everybody happy, right?
Both, and we'll all be happy.
There we go. Exactly.
All right.
All right, FIFA, we just gave you the script. Go ahead and tell the players, fill them in on what they're doing. We know it's all scripted, it's all corrupted, but please use our script today. We'd like to win some bets. I think we can both agree, though, that it's going to take a near perfect game from Spain to advance in this match, whereas France could play, you know, I don't want to say, you know, 70, 80% effort level, but like as far as a perfect game goes for them, they can probably get away with an 80% perfect game and still end up on top here. That's just how good.
And again, I don't think we've seen the best of France.
That too. Exactly.
You know, I mean, we obviously clearly have not seen the best of Spain, but even with all the dominance and how well the French have been this tournament, I still don't think we've seen their best performance. So yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see, you know, how they match up. Obviously, I think a lot of the pressure is on France, which, you know, I hope doesn't affect them too much. Because I feel like I mean, me personally, I would feel that, you know, I do see a lot of bets coming in on Spain, but I feel like the pressure and the money, you know, is leaning more towards the French side.
I think the money's definitely going that way, because I was seeing the French this morning at like -150 to advance. They're already up to -162 on this book that I'm looking at. So
yeah, and you know, again, it goes back to Yamal, you know, chirping again before another big match. I mean, it didn't fare well for him last time. You know, how is it going to fare this time? I mean, again, he's just a kid. You know, he's got some maturing to do and growing up to do and things like that. I mean, I don't know. This French team just looks locked in. They have 1 goal in mind. That's, you know, to win the World Cup. You know, and I think, knock on wood, the only thing that really stops them is an injury here.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you. And we've now mentioned the youth of Spain a couple times now with Cabarsi and Yamal, but the whole team kind of much younger than this French side, who is playing in their 3rd straight World Cup semifinal. Obviously won the whole thing in 2018, lost in the final in 2022, but I think we can argue that this is the best French side out of those three rosters. You know, this 2026 squad is unreal, even without guys like Antoine Griezmann and Olivier Giroud. I mean, they're so good,
Yeah.
so stacked, and so deep, like we said. Because I mean, Cherky is a guy that we haven't talked about because he's been on the bench for most of the tournament.
And that's the other thing, the depth. Barcola coming off the bench. I mean, there's just so much depth on this team. And Spain have depth as well. They just, obviously Nico Williams just isn't fit at all. And he's just, I think that's been a big miss for them on the wing. Because him and Yamal were really clicking for Nations League in the Euros, and we're just not seeing that from the Spain attack right now.
Speaking of that Nations League head-to-head, 5-4, by the way, anyone who didn't know the score of that match, 9 total goals. And I'm sitting here with the under 2.5 ticket for this one. So there's that. I think
a lot of different players in that game compared to who's playing today. So yes,
see, that was 2 years ago. So there's been some personnel changes, but yes, I think one of the biggest impacts for Spain is going to be Rodri in the midfield, kind of being arguably that first line of the Spanish defense, interrupting those attacks before they can really get going, before the French have the ability to play the ball down the wing and get running down the sidelines there. So I'll be looking for Rodri to really step up as a defensive-minded midfielder, which he's great box to box on either end. But I think if he leans on his defensive tendencies here, he'll definitely have to help them. Just kind of hanging back as a sweeper in the midfield, you can call him, hanging right in front of that back line. But we'll see, because
I would imagine we see Pedri back in the starting lineup too.
I don't think so.
I don't think Ruiz is going to get the start in this game. I think they wanted to be a little more attacking in that game versus Belgium. I think they'll definitely go for the more defensive, try and control the ball a little bit more in this game. So I would expect him to be out there.
Yep, and I mean, hell, that's my entire thinking with backing this under. Is Spain is just going to try and possess, lull the French to sleep, and again, just play keep away as long as they can. If they can hold on for 90 minutes, great. If they do it for 120, even better. We'll see what happens, though. Do you think this ends in regulation, though, or do you think we're going to see extra time or a PK shootout?
I want to say regulation. I have this one as 2-1. I do think that it feels like this is either a 1-1 type match going into the late minutes and France get a winner, or France just kind of come out, dominate, score 2 quick goals, go up 2-0, and then
sit back.
Spain finally break through, but it's not enough. That's just kind of my thought process in this match. But unless it's a high scoring game, I don't think we see extra time. I would be surprised if this is a 0-0 1-1 game. I really would. Despite how good these defenses have been. And I don't know, maybe I'm just blind. Maybe I got my blinders on here with this French team and all the futures I have and Mbappe and everything. It's just, I just go back and I'm watching the games of them and then seeing the stats and then watching the other games of Argentina and England and Spain and the teams left and looking at the stats, and it's just they don't compare, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you. I will say we can both mark ourselves safe from the Erling Haaland Golden Boot. Thankfully, that is not going to happen anymore. Norway's done. You and I are both safe, but unfortunately, Jude Bellingham now putting his name into the mix in that Golden Boot race, which would screw both of us as well, since you've got Mbappe, I've got Messi and Kane and Dembele and Yarzabal, which aren't going to win. But now we're just actively rooting against Jude Bellingham to not score any goals, please and thank you. So one of us cashes a Golden Boot ticket. Any early thoughts on that England-Argentina game? We are going to have you on tomorrow morning to discuss this match, but early thoughts on England-Argentina tomorrow in Atlanta.
Yeah, actually, we'll talk about Jude real quick. I was debating on placing a future for Golden Ball for Jude. It was like plus 400.
We were talking about that yesterday, actually.
Yeah, because I feel like I just don't know if Messi, let's say Messi wins the Golden Boot. I find it hard to not give the Golden Ball to Mbappe. Fair. And then if Argentina somehow win this game tomorrow, and Mbappe goes on to win the Golden Boot, I don't see how they don't give Messi the Golden Ball. So I just feel like Jude is kind of, unless Jude goes out and wins this, unless England wins this game tomorrow and then wins the World Cup, Messi and Mbappe have just, been two of the greats in this tournament, I mean, but Jude has been just phenomenal. I mean, England would literally be home right now if it wasn't for him. So I lean England tomorrow.
Okay.
I think they advance. Again, I haven't been impressed with this Argentina team. Aside from Messi having to literally carry the team on his back, the midfield, the back line, even Emilio Martinez just has not looked sharp. So yeah, for me, I feel like I'm leaning England tomorrow. I don't have an official play yet that I've given out, but yeah, that's where I'm leaning as of today.
I'm right there with you. I've kind of been anti-England in the knockout rounds, but they have wowed me enough. I'm fully on board again, and I'm actively rooting against Argentina since I do have futures on the 3 other teams. So please no repeat Argentina, and I'll at least win a little bit in the futures market.
Yeah, I just need Messi not to score. I need Kane and Bellingham not to score. I need Mbappe to keep scoring. It's another reason why I kind of like Mbappe. Anytime goal scored today at plus money, just feels like a game where he can cement that golden boot, as well as do what he needs to do to carry his team to another final here.
Oh, Jeff, sorry, man. We're on board. You heard it here first.
Into it, Jeff. You talked us into it. It's your fault if they lose.
That big brain of yours, Jeff. We couldn't not listen to that big brain of yours, man. So yeah, no, we're on the England train now. But all right, we'll discuss that match
again. It's like I hate betting against Messi. It's like football. Like I hated betting against Tom Brady. I hated betting against Peyton Manning. I hate betting against Patrick Mahomes. Like those are just teams and players I just don't bet against. And I hate going against Messi because he could take over a game and win it for them.
And how often do you get him as a dog, right?
I know. I know.
It's like, do you just hit that button because you never get that button to press? You never get Argentina as an underdog. So, yeah, it's tough. But we'll discuss more tomorrow. We'll have specific picks in that England-Argentina match tomorrow. But last few minutes of this show, you know what we got to do. Let's cook up a little same-game parlay for the semifinal for the kids. I know we're kind of on opposite sides, but we'll make something happen here. Where do we want to start?
I feel like maybe we start with Simeone with saves.
Love that.
Spain keeper. Start right there. I'm just trying to think of like not going against each other. Right. Finding spots. I am on Mbappe goal for the article. So, I mean, I'm on him to score. I don't hate that.
I'll throw it in there. I can root for
I'm
that.
on Lamine Yamal, 2+ shots on target as well.
Well, I see right now I've got, if we do Spain's keeper for 3 saves and Mbappe to score, we're looking at plus 199 for those 2 legs.
Okay. Is there anything else that you like?
Unfortunately, no. Because this is one of those matches where I'm so tunnel visioned on the under that I don't like any sort of props.
I mean, we could just add like Yamal 3 shots or something, even if you don't want to do like shot on target or 1 shot on target, because he's gonna shoot. Like he's just gonna have to. I mean,
right. Well, let's see. So 3 shots is minus 120, or minus 210. Whereas 1 shot on target is minus 310. So if we did the 3 shots plus 326 for those 3 legs,
that's not bad.
Let me go build this on a different book real quick and see if we can get anything better. Because right now, Spain's goalkeeper for 3 saves, Lamine Yamal for 3 shots, and then Mbappe to score plus 326 on the blue book. If I plug this in the green book, let's see, that was just shots. Lamine Yamal 3 shots, and then keeper saves.
Yeah, I like those 3. I mean, I do.
I think that'll do it. Let's see.
Boss wants us to juice the odds a little bit.
Juice the odds a bit, says the boss man. Well, do we want to go 4 saves for Simone?
We could go 4 saves.
Plus 115. That's plus 489. 489 for those 3 legs. Mbappe
That's
to
good.
score, Yamal for 3 shots, and Spain for 4 or more saves. Add an under. Take the under 3.5 to juice the odds a bit. A little reverse correlation there. I'm gonna leave it off, but let me plug it in. So plus 489 for those 3 legs. If you added the under 3.5, it gets you up to plus 887 for 4 legs. So feel free to do that if you'd like. But
just 9 goals last time they played. Just saying.
Right, exactly. This is what we're rolling with. Mbappe goal, Una Simone for 4+ saves, and then Lamine Yamal for 3+ shots, plus 489.
I like it.
All right, sir. Well, anything else for the kids before we go?
Just enjoy the game today.
We're down to 4 matches, folks.
I know.
4 matches, 3 that actually mean something.
Yes.
Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Tell your boss you gotta take the afternoon off. You gotta watch this game because this one's gonna be cinema, folks. France, Spain, the 2 pre-tournament favorites meeting in the semifinals here. So
use that PTO if you have to.
Yeah, exactly. All right, 2-0 France. Both goals in the second half. Please and thank you. That's the perfect script for the 2 of us. You can peep all our scribbles at bettingnews.com, and you can find the 2 of us here tomorrow discussing England and Argentina. But that is all we've got. Can y'all make a BNN excuse note for work? I bet we could drum something up real quick. I'll write something down on a napkin for you if that's what you need, Trip. We'll make it happen, man. But appreciate you guys being here. As always, come on back to Afternoon Bet Espresso live right here on this channel at 4 o'clock Central, 5 o'clock Eastern. The 2 of us will be back on the morning spread tomorrow morning. And that's all we got. Folks, enjoy the soccer while it lasts. It's not going to be here for much longer. Less than a week to go. Enjoy it. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Adios. Later.
What you know about rolling down in the deep? Down in the deep. Now I know y'all be loving this shit right here. Rolling. What you gonna do? Rolling. What you gonna do? Down in the rolling. What you gonna do? Right, y'all be loving this shit. What you know about